Ever wondered why cats always land on their feet? What's the magic behind this feline phenomenon? Well, this question has captivated minds for centuries, sparking a sense of wonder and curiosity in both the young and the old. This graceful spectacle, a ballet of balance and agility, has been the subject of countless stories, myths, and folklore. Yet it's not just about the spectacle, but the remarkable biology and physics at play. Cats, our furry companions, are not just ordinary pets. They are a marvel of nature, a combination of elegant design and extraordinary abilities. And one such ability is their uncanny knack for always landing on their feet, no matter how they fall. It's as if they defy the laws of gravity, a feat that has baffled many for ages. This isn't about luck or chance. It's not a trick or a magic spell. No, it's something far more intriguing. It's about the science of falling, the mechanics of movement, and the wonder of the feline form. This is about a unique feature of their anatomy, a peculiar reflex that has evolved over millions of years, allowing them to perform this remarkable act of acrobatics. It's a fascinating topic, one that is steeped in history and filled with interesting tidbits. It's a question that has been asked by many, from the curious child to the seasoned scientist. It's a mystery that has inspired countless studies, experiments, and research papers. It's a phenomenon that has been captured in countless photos, videos, and artworks. So, what is the secret behind this feline phenomenon? How do cats always land on their feet? Is it a special skill, a unique reflex, or something else entirely? Well, the answer may surprise you. It's not magic or a stroke of luck. It's not a trick or a special skill. It's something far more fascinating and complex. Well, it's not magic, it's science. Let's delve into the fascinating world of feline physics. The secret behind this phenomenon lies in a peculiar reflex known as the cat writing reflex. This fascinating reflex is what allows a cat to always land on its feet, regardless of the position it was in when it started to fall. Now, let's delve into what the cat writing reflex actually is. This reflex is a complex combination of flexibility, balance, and instinct. It's a series of rapid, mid-air movements that a cat performs when it finds itself falling. This isn't just something cats learn to do, it's an instinctual behavior that's hardwired into their DNA. Let's break it down. When a cat begins to fall, its inner ear, which controls balance, sends a signal to the brain. The brain then quickly determines which way is down. Next, the cat bends in the middle, a move made possible by a highly flexible backbone and absence of a collarbone. This allows the front and back halves of the cat's body to rotate independently, enabling them to twist their bodies right side up. But it's not just about the twist. The cat also arches its back and extends its legs, a position that increases air resistance and slows the fall. It's like they're creating their own parachute. Once near the ground, the cat prepares for landing by positioning its legs directly underneath its body, ready to absorb the impact. What's even more remarkable is that this entire sequence of events happens in mere fractions of a second. It's a testament to the cat's extraordinary agility and an illustration of the marvels of evolution. This reflex is so ingrained in a cat's biology, it starts showing up when they're just 3 weeks old. Yes, you heard it right. Kittens as young as 3 weeks begin to exhibit this writing reflex, proving that it's not a learned behavior, but rather an instinctual one. This innate skill, combined with their flexible bodies, allows cats to perform the seemingly impossible feat of always landing on their feet. But how do cats manage to twist in midair without violating the laws of physics? Well, it all comes down to a principle in physics known as the conservation of angular momentum. This principle states that the total amount of angular momentum in a closed system remains constant unless acted on by an external torque. See, when a cat falls, it instinctively bends its body at the waist and twists its top half and bottom half in opposite directions. This twisting motion changes the moment of inertia, or the measure of an object's resistance to changes in its rotation rate. The cat's upper and lower body, moving in opposite directions, create two separate rotation axes. As the cat's upper body twists one way, the conservation of angular momentum dictates that the lower body must twist in the opposite direction. This twisting action allows the cat to rotate its body as a whole, righting itself in midair. And because the cat is twisting around two axes instead of one, it doesn't need to push off anything to turn around. Now, this wouldn't be possible without the cat's incredibly flexible spine and fast reflexes. Cats have about 30 vertebrae in their spine compared to our mere 26. This extra flexibility, combined with a loose skin that allows for free movement, gives cats their uncanny ability to twist and turn their bodies in ways that seem impossible to us. Moreover, cats have a highly developed vestibular apparatus, the part of the inner ear responsible for maintaining body balance and orientation. This allows them to sense their position in relation to gravity incredibly quickly and begin the writing process almost immediately after they start to fall. So, contrary to what you might think, cats aren't defying gravity. They're just really good at using it to their advantage. This clever use of physics is why cats almost always land on their feet, turning a potentially dangerous fall into a graceful landing. And do you know the role of a cat's tail in all of this? The tail, that expressive extension of a cat's spine, plays a significant part in the cat writing reflex we've been discussing. Think of it as a balancing rod. When a cat is walking on a narrow surface, you may observe its tail wavering back and forth. This is the cat's way of maintaining balance. The tail acts as a counterbalance, shifting in the opposite direction if the cat starts to tip to one side. But the tail's role doesn't stop at balance. It also assists in the writing reflex. As the cat twists its body in midair, the tail spins in the opposite direction. This action helps to control the rotation and stabilize the cat, preparing it for a perfect four-paw landing. Now, you might be wondering, what about cats without tails? Yes, we're looking at you, Manx and Japanese bobtails. These tailless or short-tailed breeds are still capable of landing on their feet thanks to their remarkable flexibility and speed. Without a tail, a cat's body has to work a little harder to compensate. They rely more heavily on the rapid twisting of their spine and the swift spread of their legs to stabilize themselves in midair. And they do this with such speed and agility that it's almost imperceptible to the naked eye. So, while the tail plays a pivotal role in balance and writing reflex, it's not the be-all and end-all. A cat's anatomy is a marvel of nature, designed to ensure it lands on its feet, tail, or no tail. And if you think that's impressive, wait until we delve into the myth of the cat's 9 lives. But that's a tale for our next scene. Even without a tail, a cat's incredible flexibility and speed can save the day. However, the cat writing reflex has given rise to the myth of cats having 9 lives. This folklore has been around for centuries, tracing back to ancient civilizations where the number 9 held sacred significance. In many cultures, cats were revered and thought to possess magical properties, including the ability to cheat death itself. This belief, coupled with their uncanny ability to survive falls, led to the enduring myth of feline immortality. But let's debunk this myth with a dose of scientific reality. Yes, cats do have a remarkable ability to survive falls, often landing on their feet due to the cat writing reflex we've discussed earlier. This, however, does not mean they are invincible. A fall from a significant height can cause serious injuries to a cat, including fractures, internal damages, or even prove fatal. The survival rate of cats from high falls is high, but it is not absolute. The cat writing reflex only works when the cat has enough time to twist its body midair. If the fall is from a low height, the cat may not have sufficient time to correct its position, increasing the risk of injury. And while their flexible bodies and the unique structure of their skeletal system do provide some protection during falls, these are not foolproof defenses. In fact, veterinarians often treat cats for what's known as high-rise syndrome, a term coined to describe injuries sustained by cats falling from high places. What we must understand is that this myth of the 9 lives, as charming and enduring as it is, can lead to complacency in ensuring the safety of our feline friends. Cats are indeed remarkable creatures. Their agility, flexibility, and reflexes are astounding, but they are not super creatures. They can get hurt, they can get injured, and they can succumb to accidents just like any other living being. Always remember, while cats are remarkable creatures, they are not immune to harm. So we've learned quite a bit about how and why cats always land on their feet. In this journey, we firstly delved into the intriguing feline phenomenon, how cats, with their mystifying agility, always manage to land on their feet. This isn't just a trick or magic, but a product of evolution and an impressive showcase of physics and biology intertwined. We then explored the cat writing reflex, a fascinating, instinctive ability cats exhibit from as young as 3 weeks old. This reflex is what enables our furry friends to orient themselves swiftly in midair and prepare for a safe landing, even when falling from unexpected heights. Next, we dived into the science of falling. It's here where the principle of the conservation of angular momentum comes into play. This principle, a fundamental law of physics, explains how cats twist and turn their bodies in midair to ensure they end feet first. A cat's flexible backbone and absence of a functional collarbone are key to this remarkable acrobatic feat. The role of the tail is another important aspect. Much like a tightrope walker uses a balance pole, cats use their tails to balance and stabilize their bodies during the fall. This helps them manage their angular momentum and further ensures a safe feet-first landing. Finally, we debunked the myth of cats having 9 lives. While cats are indeed incredibly resilient and possess an uncanny ability to survive falls, they are not invincible. The myth probably originated from their extraordinary writing reflex and the luck they seem to have when landing from high places. In the end, it's all about physics and biology working together to create this fascinating feline feat. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.